Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in for Monday Night Raw recap, June 9th episode. And there's a lot that happened in this episode that I really want to tackle, really want to get into. So this might be a little bit longer than usual recaps. But either way, time to get into it. But before I do that, make sure you guys leave this video a like as it continues to help this channel to grow and it beats the YouTube algorithm. And if you are a first-time viewer or if you're watching this and you are not subscribed, go ahead right now and click that subscribe button and notification bell so you would not miss any of the videos I post. Hold up, I'll wait. All right, let's get back into it. But first, the show kicks off with John Cena coming out and cutting a promo about R-Truth and what happened at Money in the Bank is R-Truth coming out and causing him the match versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso when he was talking about nothing but a clown show, nothing but a gimmick, and he's talking about send me competition. Send me somebody I can compete with. Stop sending me clowns. Then he comes out and says, like, I already beat your favorites. I beat Cody. I beat Randy Orton. Now, here comes the Second City Saint, Chicago's own CM Punk, to come out, and they cook with this promo with CM Punk talking about their previous rivalry with him winning the WWE Championship for the first time with them on Money in the Bank in 2011, which I was actually there for. I'll leave the story time in the cards. But CM Punk is talking about how John Cena has changed because that championship has made him change. And CM Punk was talking about how when he came back to WWE, he did not want the championship because he knows what type of person it made him become back in 2012. And we all know that's when he turned heel by clotheslining The Rock. So he did not want this, but he's talking about John Cena coming to ruin things. And he says, I need to take that off of you. Just pick a date of when they're going to take it off to you. He wanted it to be that night. But John Cena, like, if you want this, you're going to have to come to Saudi Arabia to get this. Which, honestly, I cannot wait for, because not only is going to be, I think, an electric match, it's also on my birthday, June 28th. So, what a birthday present to get is CM Punk versus John Cena. Now, I wish it would have been here in Chicago so I could probably get tickets to a show to see that. But, nonetheless, I am looking forward to that match. But that promo caps off with Seth Rollins coming out and basically saying, I'm in the background. He didn't even speak any words, basically saying, I'm lurking with the Money in the Bank contract he ended up winning at Money in the Bank. So that was an amazing way to kick off the show. Then we get our first match with AJ Styles versus Chad Gable. Actually, it was a very good match, back and forth match, and it was Chad Gable hitting German suplexes. And overall, this was a solid match. Styles went for a phenomenal forearm, but Chad Gable reversed to an ankle lock. But it ended up being AJ Styles using the Styles Clash and picking up the win. And it seems like outside of him being El Grande Americano, Chad Gable just cannot win a match. And I always say I like Chad Gable's in-ring ability, and I think they need to push him a little bit further, get him a singles title. But it just seems like outside of the El Grande Americano gig, he ain't picking up no damn wins. He's not. He's really not. But then we have Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Kairi Sane in a fatal four-way match, and now Queen of the Ring tournament. And it was backstage where Roxanne was like, we need to double team, we need to team up to see who can win. And Liv was just like, let the best woman win. And at the end of the day, this was a very good match. First with basically Roxanne and Liv teaming up to kind of take out Rhea, to kind of take out Kairi Sane. And they worked together. They did a lot of things in this match, but Rhea Ripley came back hit a riptide to Morgan, and Ripley was attacked at this point in the match by Raquel Rodriguez, which, what is a Judgment Day match without any shenanigans? What is a Judgment Day match without any shenanigans? And basically, I think it was Morgan who hit, Kairi Sane who hit Morgan with the finishing move, when Morgan was getting pinned, I think it was at the riptide. Ripley basically gets pulled out of the ring by Raquel, and Kairi Sane went to the top rope, hit her move with the elbow, but ended up getting pinned by Perez, who was in the lurking, waiting for her to hit the move, and then pinned Kairi Sane for the win, which I had a feeling that Sane was going to win this match going into it. It only pushes her even further from her coming up from NXT and the dominant run she had there. And they called this woman a prodigy for the reason. She can really go in the ring. Then after that, we had Becky Lynch coming out to a promo with her now winning the Women's Intercontinental Championship from Lyra Valkyria, talking about how she was a sore loser and how she almost ripped the shoulder out, and you guys aren't saying you deserve it, which honestly, she doesn't. And I see where the Becky Hogan thing comes from. And one thing Becky can do is cut a damn promo. One thing I can respect Becky for, I know she's talented, but the woman can cut a damn promo. But I was hoping this happened in that Money in the Bank. Bayley returns to attack Becky Lynch. And Lyra was right there a little bit in the background where Becky Lynch tried to escape. I was hoping this happened at Money in the Bank with Bayley returning and keeping the belt on Lyra Valkyria, but I understand why the WWE made the move to put the belt on Becky. I think it furthers to get somebody that's high status kind of away from the world title picture so other two can shine as well. Then on top of that, if they want to elevate Lyra to that picture, she can. You get Bayley and Becky, who are two top stars in a rivalry for that Women's Intercontinental Championship. I would like to see that. I was waiting on that to happen. Maybe it could be a SummerSlam match. I was hoping they would probably push that into SummerSlam, because I think a match like this with a lot at stake, with the things that's been going on for Becky and Bayley the last couple of years, with the 4 Horsewomen and the back and forth, I was hoping that would be a match that would be set up for a SummerSlam. But nonetheless, I'm interested to see where the WWE was going to go with that. And then we have, personally, my highlight of the night, R-Truth coming back and basically saying, don't let y'all think y'all not being heard. Y'all the ones that brought me back into the WWE. The We Want Truth chants were insane. And at the end of the day, he's basically saying, you got the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Then he proceeds to cut his hair. And I'll be honest, I'm not trying to be funny. I didn't realize a lot of that hair was gone until he cut the damn dreads off. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't realize he was missing a lot of that hair until he cut the dreads. And basically, he's going to be Ron Killings when he said, the truth is more than just a gimmick. The truth, you thought I was too nice. You thought I was too forgiving. Well, you're getting Ron Killings, which I cannot wait to see where this goes. I've always been a fan of R-Truth. Whether it was a comedy, he's 52, 53 years old. Doesn't look like it. Still can go in the ring. And this shows that just sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the WWE actually listens to the fans. Because we never wanted R-Truth to go away. We enjoy R-Truth. I enjoy it. Whether it was a comedy gigs, and even he can go in the ring still. Now I want to see R-Truth in a different light. I want to see R-Truth in a more serious role, going by his actual real name, Ron Killings. And I would love to see how this is going to go. are they going to have him? It would be funny if they have him take the title off of Cena. That will be absolutely hilarious if they have him take the title off of Cena. I doubt that's going to happen, but the things he was saying in that promo was kind of coming at Cena's promo earlier in the night. I would love to see R-Truth or Ron Killings. I would love to see him get some type of a title reign at some point. Whether it's in a mid-card or something, because he deserves it. He's put in the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. I would love to see it. Today's video is brought to you by Cellular C4. This is a product that I personally used before I even decided to partner with them. And the first thing I got introduced to was the energy drinks by C4. This right here is a fruit punch flavor. They have many other flavors. They have popsicle flavors that just dropped. They have Skittles, Starburst, all the type of flavors that you want. To help you get started with your day, you can wake up in the morning before you start your day and drink you one of those. And also before you get that workout in, when it's workout day, you can take you some pre-workout. To help you get the boost in your workout, all the products, 0 sugar, low calories. This is a great product to take you in your workouts and your journey on fitness to the next level. And I am happy to partner with a product that I was already using in my own personal life. And I will leave my code in the description below to save you guys 20% on your first purchase of C4, of their workouts. They even have muscle recovery to help boost after workouts. They have so many supplements and things to help you on your fitness journey, and you can get yours today in the description below. Click the link and use my code APW Sports to help you save 20%. And again, the links are in the description below, and use the code APW Sports to save you 20% on your purchase. Now, it is time to get back into the video. Then we had, I think at this point we had in the back of the New Day talking about tag teams, and they was talking to one of the Creed brothers and talking about they should thank God for having them as tag team champions. I've always said the Raw division tag team champions needs to be better. I've always said that. I just really think, I always say Nathan Frazier and Axiom should have been on Raw to boost Raw's tag team division. Or that was Grayson Waller, excuse me. I think Grayson Waller and Austin Theory need to break up, but that's neither here nor there. I'm waiting for the WWE to pull a trigger. But nonetheless, then we have Sami Zayn, Bron Breakker, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio in a Fatal 4-Way match. And it took me a second to realize this is basically the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way from WrestleMania. Just switch out Finn Balor for Sami Zayn. That's basically what this was. Now, this was a very, very entertaining match. Mysterio and Breakker going back and forth, and Mysterio got hit with a spear, and Mysterio tried to go for the Three Amigos, but Sami Zayn had countered that. Penta was getting destroyed. They were going back and forth, but he hit Mysterio with the Mexican Destroyer. But Bron Breakker was able to save the match, and after Bron Breakker went outside the ring, speared Penta, surprisingly, LA Knight shows up and hits him with the BFT, which allowed Sami Zayn to hit the Luva kick on Mysterio to get up the win. Now, I think honestly, I think Sami Zayn is probably going to win this tournament. I honestly think Sami Zayn is going to win this tournament. I hope he does. I'm not the biggest, I've said to you guys, I'm not the biggest Sami Zayn fan. I'm not saying I hate the guy or anything like that. No, that's not at all. But I personally think that Sami is cool. I'm just not as high on him as most. I know he can go in the ring. We know this. We know he can cut a promo. We know this. It's just something about him that's just like, I would rather him be a heel. I like Sami Zayn better as a heel. That's just me. But he ended up picking up the win to advance in the tournament. I personally think he's going to win it. That's just me. But then Nikki Bella returns. And one thing I was going into Monday Night Raw was what angle are they going to take her return to WWE? Where are they going to go with this? Is this the thing to get cheap pop? Is this something that just kind of get some audiences into WWE, where are they going to go with Nikki Bella now returning? And nonetheless, she starts to talk about a promo. And obviously, Nikki Bella was during some of the era where women's wrestling wasn't where it was. And she was part of the evolution. Because honestly, when I've been to earlier 2010s pay-per-views and PLEs, and honestly, that part was like the women's division was just to go to the bathroom. Honestly. But it's not like that anymore, thank God. But we're talking about Nikki Bella, who was one of the longest reigning Divas Championships when the WWE had the Divas Championship as a thing. And then Liv Morgan comes out and she's like, you didn't mention my name. I am one of the best. I held the women's world title for most of 2024, which actually she did. She's a 3-time tag team champion, and she's a crown jewel champion. And they were talking about, I have things that you don't have. I have a belt, I have a friend, and I have a man, which is basically attacking Nikki Bella's real life divorce. And as Nikki Bella was exiting the ring, she comes back and Liv Morgan hits her with Oblivion. I'm interested to see where this is going to go. Is this a sign that Brie could come back? Who knows? Because I don't think she's going to have this fight alone. Is somebody going to pair her up with Nikki Bella to kind of take on this Liv Morgan thing? I am interested to see where the WWE goes with this. But the main event of the night is Jey Uso defending his World Heavyweight Championship versus Gunther. Now, this match, I'll be honest, this match was better than their match at WrestleMania. And I will be honest. This was better than their WrestleMania match. It was back and forth, and once Gunther realized that Jey Uso had a problem with his ribs, he started to attack him. And it was, Ring General had his second match since WrestleMania. He hadn't had a match since he fought Pat McAfee at Backlash. Then we're talking about Uso, where we're talking about him getting involved with the John Cena and Logan Paul feud and Cody Rhodes. Then he's saving Sami Zayn and CM Punk. And we mentioned that Gunther was talking about that last couple of weeks. It's like you're kind of spreading yourself too thin, and I'm going to do you a favor and take this title off of you. This was a way better, like I said, way better match than what we had at WrestleMania. And it was back and forth. Gunther started to lock on his ribs. Gunther was going slowly attacking like he usually does, but Uso eventually landed a spear, and then the Uso splash, but only got a 2 count. Then, out of nowhere, Gunther spinners Uso, which I was watching, I'm like, yeah, this is probably over with. And Jey Uso kicks out. Then Jey Uso hit another spear, and then he tried to go for the Uso splash yet again. Then Gunther eventually landed the sleeper, and they were battling back and forth between Gunther and the sleeper, Uso and the sleeper. Gunther and the sleeper, Uso and the sleeper. And then it became a point where Jey Uso eventually faded and then losing the championship to Gunther. Now, I want to get a little bit into Jey Uso's reign. I personally thought that Jey Uso was going to hold this title into SummerSlam. I personally thought that this was going to be a match where shenanigans was going to happen, and it was going to end, not going to end as clean as it ended. I didn't think Jey Uso was going to lose to Gunther the way he lost. I didn't see that coming. One of the things that you build up Jey Uso, and it's probably close to a year building him up to get the world championship, only for him to lose after 51 days on a regular Monday Night Raw to the man that he actually beat at WrestleMania to get the title. Now, am I mad that Gunther has the title? No. Am I mad at the way the WWE's done that? Yes. Because when you're talking about Jey Uso, you didn't give him a world title build, which is you didn't give him a chance to be a world champion for only so long. You did all this to build him, hype him up into winning the title, only to lose on a Monday Night Raw regularly to the guy he beat at WrestleMania. And we don't get the obstacles of going back and forth that we've seen with title holders. Jey Uso doesn't get a little bit of a longer reign as a world champion. It's basically like, all right, we gave y'all what y'all want. Y'all wanted Jey Uso. All right, we're going to take the belt back and give it back to Gunther. I don't think that was something that WWE should have pulled. This was a moment that should have waited to SummerSlam to happen. Because I was one of the ones I was thinking this whole time, like, all right, he don't hold that to SummerSlam. Whether it would have been the King of the Ring winner, whether it would have been Seth at this point, somebody cashing in on him, or he's losing that title at SummerSlam. I didn't think it was going to be a very long reign to begin with. I just thought it would have lasted to at least SummerSlam. I am a personal fan. I like Gunther. Don't get me wrong, I like Gunther. I love Jey Uso. It's just, this should have been a moment to wait. And I think the WWE did Jey Uso a bit dirty. I'll be honest. And I think a reason that they could be switching titles, and you guys leave your thoughts in the comments. I think this is probably going to be a build for Gunther versus Goldberg in Goldberg's last match. Get the title on Gunther and add some more stakes to Goldberg's last match. That's what I personally think could happen. Because we know how the WWE is treating guys like him, guys like Brock Lesnar, is that they usually put, when they're around, 9 times out of 10, they're usually in some type of a title picture. Whether it's Goldberg squashing Kevin Owens a few years ago, Goldberg squashing Bray Wyatt. I think at some point they were thinking of putting the title back on Gunther and raise the stakes a bit for Saturday Night Main events next month for Goldberg's last match, which I think is going to be against Gunther. That's just the way I see it. You guys can leave your thoughts in the comments. I just don't think the WWE did Jey Uso right. And I don't think Gunther versus Goldberg, if that potentially happens, needed a world title to be involved. That's just me. Now, do I see this title changing hands at SummerSlam? Yes. I don't see Gunther holding for another long reign. I personally don't. But who knows? Because it's been like 80-something% of Gunther's main roster or WWE tenure. It's been a champion. I kind of don't like that, even though Gunther is a very good champion, even though his last reign, it kind of screwed that over. And I always felt like he's a guy that needs to get the title back for it to be a better reign instead of having a long reign, especially when he had the last one. So I'm interested to see where the WWE goes with this. I'm disappointed that Jey Uso didn't get him a longer reign build. Kind of had a title more involved around him. I'm a bit disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But that's all I have. Raw recap. Make sure you guys leave this video a like, as it always helps this channel to grow and it beats the algorithm. Comment your thoughts on Monday Night Raw down below. I would love to see what you guys think. And as always, click the subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the videos that I post. But I am APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great next day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.